University of Lynchburg, where the from Regent. Ben Nestor will be joined alongside shortly by my good friend and colleague Joe Brennan as soon as he gets done with his PA duties. But for now, we're going to jump into the stats of these two teams. Regent coming off of a tough loss in their opener, losing 75-85 against St. Mary's College, shooting the ball 43%. The final buzzer. Jamarcus Brown's career day, we'll get into that a little bit later, help guide the Hornets. Overall, the Hornets looking to bounce back. You got guys like DeAndre Ross, Tyler Buggs, 11 points apiece. As we get
The Royals of Regent University open Falcons in a tightly contested offensive battle, 95-89. Hornets win the opening tip. Can't make anything happen on the opening possession. Now the Royals will try and respond on the other end. Kick out in the near side corner. Brought up top of the perimeter. Carving inside and a dish down low, but arid pass. Too much underneath, and it goes out of play. Lynchburg takes over. Jake Hart gets in his starting lineup tonight after coming off the bench in Lynchburg's most recent affair, the Hornets' leader in minutes from a season ago. Jamarquise Brown coming off a career high, gets started early. 2 points for the sophomore forward as he kisses it off. Inbound up top. Brendan Goods dishes over. Darcy Minigy. Congestion and a takeaway. John Henderson gets the steal on the double team. Now Lynchburg will try and push the other direction. Jake Hart dishes in the corner. Pearson Young spinning inside. Drops off for Jamarquise Brown, but he wasn't ready for it.
Yeah, Pearson Young had an excellent move there. Spin move on a low post. Hard for a guard to go up on a big, but he had to look that time.
Regent just 0-1 this season. Only one contest played this past Wednesday against St. Mary's College of Maryland. That was a 75-85 loss for the Royals. Dish outside to their leading scorer in Brown. Can't connect. Fight for the loose ball and a whistle on the deck. It'll go against Lynchburg's Jamarquise Brown.
Yeah, you mentioned that last outing, Christian Brown, 24 points in that. He's going to be the focal point of this Regent offense. I think last time out, the biggest thing for them was the turnover margin. You talk about a 10-point loss going up against a good team, 26 turnovers in that game, crucial turnovers late down the stretch, much like the one you just saw in the corner there.
Brown just a season ago, 5 games played in, only 2 games where he started at 160 minutes as Hart dishes in the corner for Pearson Young. Pump fake, dribble drive, goes up strong, can't go. Jamarquise Brown right there to clean it up. All of Lynchburg's 4 points thus far. Yeah,
Jamarquise Brown, cleanup duty that time. Things like that, if you don't get a body on him, try to box him out. If you can't seal him, he will make you pay at the rim.
Now to be Goods directing traffic. Dishes over for Minega. He'll try it from deep. No good. John Henderson records the rebound. Now Hart across the timeline, dishes over. Pearson Young wants to go low block for Jamarquise. Jamarquise Brown going to work, up strong. Can't get the basket, but earns a pair at the free throw line.
Yeah, and both of these teams, Joe, coming out with some heavy energy early on. I think both of them coming off of losses that were a lot closer than maybe the final scores reflect. You look at the 10-point loss, we talked about the turnovers, and for Lynchburg, Pfeiffer, that game really going down to the wire. A couple of big shots that swung the opposite way from the Hornets. But they were in that game until the final buzzer.
That Pfeiffer game was tied at 89 apiece with under a minute to go, but 2 late Lynchburg turnovers ultimately swung the tide in the Falcons' direction. Brown makes his first free throw attempt. All 5 of Lynchburg's points can't connect on the ladder. He went 0 for 4 from the charity stripe in their last game against Pfeiffer, one where the free throws really was the one place you could have circled and felt like that's where the game got away from Lynchburg. A very similar story to what happened all throughout last year where this Hornet team shot just about 60% from the charity stripe. Pull-up jumper, no good from Brown. Hart gets the rebound and wants to go. Pearson Young driving down the left lane, lost his dribble, got it back, goes up strong, and now he earns a trip to the line.
I think you're going to see a lot of that today. Hornets like that fast-paced tempo. We saw that in the last game here in Turner against Pfeiffer. They come out with explosive energy, looking to get to the cup. If they don't finish, they're going to pay it off with the charity stripe.
Pearson Young's first free throw rattles in. Pearson Young goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Lynchburg coming out. That double team, we saw it on the first possession. They go right back to it there. Couldn't create the turnover that time. Forcing a pickup from Brown, the best defender, and an errant pass over the head. That's what happens when you create that pressure outside, forcing them inside. Jamarcus Brown picks up double team on the low block, creates a possession for Lynchburg. You're going to see a lot of that half-court pressure, looking for traps, looking to create possessions. We know how good this Lynchburg team is. I think that just fits into Lynchburg possessions. You're going to see them go fast on offense, and a big key to that is creating those defensive takeaways and pushing the ball. As you see Jamarcus Brown going to work in the low block through the contact, finishing at the rim. Chance for 3 points.
Jamarcus Brown has had such an explosive start to the 2025 campaign, picking up right where he left off a season ago.
Yeah, he ended last year's campaign. You know, we knew him really as a highlight reel, right? But I think a lot of times that overshadowed how productive he was for this team.
Take another look at Jamarcus on the inside. I mean, like a bull in a china shop. I mean, he is tough to get around, tough to get past. The only part of his game that you feel like needs maybe just a little bit more attention is at the charity stripe. Other than that, I mean, this guy can do everything you ask him to.
Absolutely. He's not just a paint presence. He's able to knock down the open three. If you leave him that, he's going to take it, and he'll make you pay outside as well. Like you said, it's been the free throws.
Triple no good. Henderson and Brown went for the board. Neither can corral it. Goes right into the lap of Chase Mullen.
And immediately Lynchburg coming back, fast-paced offense. Their guard, Pearson Young, working outside in. Another spin move, gets off the glass. That's how good and physical these guards are for Lynchburg. They're not just 3-and-D guys. They're willing to go low, fight through some contact, and finish at the rim.
Goods working on Pearson. Faces contact. It'll be a block charged against Pearson Young. Lynchburg leading 11-0. And we'll hit our 16-minute media timeout. We'll step aside. Stick with us. First half coming your way on FloSports. Now with 7 points thus far, coming off a 7 on 13 of 21 shooting against the Pfeiffer Falcons. Regent's been a little slow thus far offensively, but don't expect that to last. Christian Brown and company looking to make their mark in Turner Gymnasium. Brown on the sideline right now, just checked out after that 16-minute media timeout. Kevin already mentioned it, 24 points on 56% shooting in their opener this year against St. Mary's College of Maryland. Pfeiffer trailing by 9, swings near side corner. It's Clark, has his pocket picked by Hart, but with great toe tapping, keeps it in play. Pearson Young pulls up from 3. No good, off the back of the rim. Sky high rebound from Antoine Brown. Goods drops it off. Once again, Jake Hart gets his hand in the cookie jar and causes a travel.
Lynchburg coming out defensively, absolute masterclass with their outside perimeter pressure. You're seeing Jake Hart get involved. That's 2 tipped passes. One of them created a turnover and a good look on the offensive end. This time it was a trap at the elbow, creating another turnover. Lynchburg ball.
Jake Hart will bring it across half court, guarded by Clark. Jason Easton tries it from 3, off the front of the rim. Offensive rebound, Eli Thomas. Got the angle, goes up and gets the 2. Pearson Young trying to force Goods to the baseline. Dished out in the corner, 3-point attempt, you bet. Nylon. It's Antoine Brown cashing in from long range, cuts the deficit to 8. Jamarcus Brown dishes out, Pearson Young, sidestep, triple, no good. Good box out right there from Regent's Chase Mullen. Goods will reset, top of the perimeter. Foul drawn by Brown.
And a couple of times that possession, Lynchburg kind of getting caught up on the outside perimeter trap. Regent had a couple of guys open on the low block that time, unable to find them. Guard able to draw contact and get to the charity stripe.
First free throw rattles out. Deficit stays at 8. Second free throw is up and through.
Derek Ross into the game for the Hornets. He's a guy who came in that game against Pfeiffer and had a career night as well. This time he finds Jamarcus Brown unable to draw the foul.
A little bit of a Cirque shot right there from Brown, maybe trying to draw some contact. Royals head the other direction. All up top to Clark. Now a drive down low from Royal, and this one's sent back.
Big time rejection by Ross, and we talk about him listed at 6'1" as a guard, and he's got the heart of a lion down there, huh?
Ball dished up top, dribble handoff, he'll try it from 3, rattles out, ball still free, offensive rebound from Brown. Dish to the far corner, contested triple, no good. Easton soars in for the board. He'll hand it off to the freshman guard, DJ. DJ and Dre both on the floor, the pair of Ross brothers. DeAndre Ross, the senior guard for Lynchburg, coming off 11 points in 9 minutes of action in Lynchburg's most recent game against Pfeiffer. Jason Easton, double dribble. Couldn't handle it cleanly, and it's another Hornet turnover. With that, Tyler Buggs checks into the contest, and Jamarcus Brown heads to the sideline. Talk about DeAndre Ross recording 11 minutes and 9 points. Buggs had the exact same stat line as Ross a game ago. Brown, step back, didn't like it, dishes it off. Now carving inside, a back layup from Diarna Tima, no good. Rejected by the rim. Jason Easton, pull-up triple. No good, off the front of the rim. Clark and the Royals the other way, driving baseline, rises through contact and draws a whistle against Tyler Buggs. His first personal tonight, Lynchburg's 4th team foul here in the first half.
Yeah, a little bit of low body contact drew that whistle, but a really good job by Lynchburg kind of staying in that defensive set. You're seeing the pressure applied, forcing these guards to go baseline, either having to make a tough basket or pay it off at the free throw line.
Nothing but nylon on the first attempt from Darian Clark, senior guard out of Suffolk, Virginia. Second one can't fall through. 13-7, Hornets lead. DJ orchestrating the offense. Dribble handoff for Dre. Crafty footwork, fadeaway, floater, no good. Rebound corralled by Grant Worley. On the other end, Hillary Scott felt like Bugs went up strong with two hands, but nevertheless, the redshirt junior tapped for his second personal tonight. Free throw good from Chase Mullen. Chase Mullen listed at 6'8". And Kevin, I'm not sure about you, but to me, it looks like every inch of that and some.
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly adding some size to this Regent squad that now just trails by 4 points. After a strong start from Lynchburg to begin the contest, Regent has quickly gained some momentum. Outside for DJ, matched up with a big. Dre wants to go down the right alley, up with two hands and in.
And DeAndre's so quick off that first dribble, able to get to the glass in just a few steps. Blink of an eye, and he's finishing off the glass.
He seems like he could be a real spark plug for Lynchburg off the bench, really adding a whole lot of depth to that backcourt. Acrobatic layup is up and in from Tima.
Yeah, Tima that time unable to catch it cleanly on the perimeter. It looked like he wanted the shot from outside. Puts it down, gets to the cup. Like you said, big time finish from the big man.
Whistle on the floor. We'll stop play momentarily. We'll step aside. Another media timeout here on Wayne Prophet Court. DJ going out, goes long and banks it home for a pair. 17-11 Lynchburg leads.
We saw older brother's first step to the basket. DJ showing you he can do it too. Showing a little quickness from the perimeter.
How about the contested floater right there from
They can finish at the rim. They've shown a good display of that so far here in the
long triple, Easton no good. Dribble drive. Off the glass, but couldn't get it to fall through. DJ brings it across the timeline. He wants to push, drops it off for Jesse Mitchell. Those two can't connect. Off the fingertips and out of bounds.
And for a moment there, Lynchburg looked like a little bit of a small lineup. No Bugs, no Jamarcus Brown on the court. That didn't last very long.
No, it did not. JJ and Jamarcus alongside Jaden Palmore back into the affair. Palmore, another one of those freshman guards that really adds to this this backcourt's depth. Palmore did not play in the first game, but has seen limited action in the last two. Brooks backing down. DJ goes up strong. Fights through contact. JJ fouled him from behind. Basket's good. Free throw attempt coming up.
Just another display. Regent being able to finish through the contact. That time a little bit more outside where they've been taking a majority of their shots, but still showing you they can finish through some physicality. I'll tell you what's interesting, Joe. We saw in the last game against Pfeiffer, it was quite a bit of bench depth coming into the game for Lynchburg, and you're seeing that now. 4 out of the 5 starters for Lynchburg out of the game, going to utilize that bench depth, get a spark created.
17-16. The Royals with a 1-3-1 zone, giving Hillary Scott a taste of his own medicine. DeAndre Ross driving baseline, elevating, no good. It's going to be called a charge. What a play by the Royals. Hillary Scott doesn't agree with it. He's at midcourt. Excellent execution. That's the freshman, Grant Worley. DeAndre Ross heads to the sideline. Jake Hart in his place. Good, it's over for Mullen. Dribble handoff right back to him. Goods with a kick out, feeds Clark. Spins back to his right. The floater is up and in.
Yeah,
Regent leads for the first time today.
Beautiful take, Regent. That time you're seeing it again. These crafty moves on display down low. Lynchburg kind of went away from what they were doing defensively. Now Regent able to kind of get those first steps.
Jake Hart drives corner, drops off Jamarcus, looking for a response. Wanted a foul, he did not get. Jake Hart with a nice tip. Pokes it free. Palmore now will try it from deep. You bet. The freshman cashes in from downtown, but Hillary Scott, livid, wants to talk things over with his squad. What a play from Jaden Palmore. And it all started with a defensive execution from Jake Hart, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the conference.
Yeah, and we talked about that at the top of the broadcast. The pressure that Lynchburg creates isn't so much just to cause those turnovers, but that's when this offense is the best, when they can get out and running and get those transition opportunities. That time, not even allowing Regent to cross half court. Jamarcus Brown on the floor fighting for a loose ball, finds Palmore on the other side. Beautiful job defensively. Like you said, Jake Hart, he's a guy that ever since he's put on a Hornet jersey, he's been one of the perimeter defenders, not only on the outside, but if somebody wants to test him on the inside, he'll show you. He's got a little bit of fight down there too.
(20 to 18), Regent led for about 30 seconds before Palmore had the response. This is a Lynchburg team that's looking to get back on track. They've taken care of business in games where they felt like a heavy favorite. Nevertheless, you face 2 tournament teams from a season ago and suffer 2 defeats. Both contests you feel like you could have had. That Catholic game, a Lynchburg lead at the intermission. They led 38-36, but outscored by 20 in the second half of play. John Henderson fouled on the interior by the big fella, Tima. And then again against Pfeiffer, that's a game where you're up early and then go down big after the Falcons get hot from deep. They were 7 for 13 in the first half from the perimeter, most of which came in the final 10 minutes. They sported a 12-point lead with 18:30 to go in the affair, but Lynchburg clawed their way back, took a late lead at 89-88, but just couldn't seize full control. Jaden Palmore, back-to-back triples.
Yeah, you talk about taking control. It feels like Palmore is taking control of this offense right now. Lynchburg doing a good job on that set piece.
Tima in the corner. Trying to back down Henderson. Dishes up top. The drive in from Goods is up and in. Feels like every time Lynchburg gets an ounce of momentum, the Royals have a response.
Yeah, Regent that time ready for the aggressive nature of these Hornet guards. Palmore tried to jump the pass, create a turnover. Instead, one dribble pull-up was all it took for a wide-open Regent bucket.
Inside Jamarcus Brown, foul called on the floor before the shot went up. That'll be the 6th team foul on the Royals. Next one brings us to 1-1.
And I think that's when Lynchburg's offense operates at its best. When you get out and running, you get in that transition, and you get to your big man down low.
Right now, Palmore cooking from deep. Second on team scoring behind Jamarcus Brown. Palmore's got 6. Hornets up by 3.
Basket. Couple of a hot hand. Powell on rebound. Finds Pearson Young. Willing to take a drive to the basket. One too many steps on the gather. And it'll be Royal basketball. As we head the other way, Lynchburg going to show a little bit of full court pressure. Not quite a press. Trying to create some of those defensive takeaways. Saw the Royals have struggled with turnovers in their opening game. Lane on the drive, dishes it out. This is Brown. He'll dish it to the corner. And another turnover. This time it's Jamarcus Brown. He's going to go coast to coast. Look out! Meet him at the rim. Couldn't finish. But he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jamarcus Brown putting all the athleticism on display that time. Take another look. Coast to coast for the big man. Jamarcus Brown again showing you some of that Hornet DNA, getting the takeaway on defense, getting out in transition, outrunning the Royals, and saying, hey, come meet me at the rim. Misses the first of 2 free throws. Regent have a pair of subs come into the game. Jamarcus knocks down the second one. Now if you're Regent, trying to find a way to break this pressure the Hornets are throwing your way. Again, it's Lane up top. He'll kick it to Brown. Brown with a deep 3. Too strong that time. Offensive rebound. Blocked down low. That's Pearson Young getting the takeaway. He'll find Palmore on the other side of the court. Kick it to Hart. Hart going to look to drive. Finds Henderson. No contact that time. Ball will stay on the Hornets side of the court. I think you're seeing just another display of how versatile these guards are for the Hornets. They can shoot the 3, but they're looking to drive. Show up the flashy hands that time from Pearson Young. Finds Jamarcus down low, gets it poked away by Chima that time. Ball remains with the Hornets. Hart brings it into Palmore. He'll kick it over far side. Young to Hart. Hart driving baseline, nothing there. Back out Young. Can't get anything to go. He'll go to the cup. to say the official's going to gather and talk about the shot clock horn went off, but it looked to me as if Jamarcus Brown put a shot up and off the rim. Should have been a fresh 20 for the Hornets that time. And it will be Hornet basketball under the basket. Hart the inbounder. Goes into Brown. He'll dish it to Young. Pearson Young going to work. Offensive foul called. Screen down low. Looks like it was Hart trying to get Henderson open. A little too much contact for the officials' liking. It'll be Royal basketball. Just above 6 minutes to play in the opening half. Lynchburg holding on to a 24-20 lead. Regent looking to chip away at it. Ball goes to Brown. He stepped on the baseline, and that's another one of those turnovers. Self-inflicted wounds is what hurt this Regent team against College of St. Mary's in Maryland. 26 turnovers. Obviously looking to limit that tally tonight, but an errant pass that time. Brown makes the catch with his foot on the far sideline. Hornet possession, and now the Royals will show a little bit of full court pressure. It'll be Henderson to rebound. He'll get it into Hart. Hart far side. He'll go to Henderson down low. Quick double team on the block. Takeaway for the Royals. Clark will bring it up for the Royals this time. Dribbles far side. Knocked down three-pointer. That's Antoine Brown, his second from that location.
This is a Berry team that's starting to find their rhythm from deep. 2 for 8 tonight.
Takeaway again. Fast break opportunity. Jamarcus couldn't get position on defense. And it's Timma with the steal. He'll go coast to coast, showing Jamarcus a taste of his own medicine.
I think that's smart, too, from Brown to try and avoid getting a foul. He's someone that often finds himself in foul trouble. Easy whistle on the interior as Lane tried to shield the bigger John Henderson. Lane listed at 5'10", going against the 6'7" Henderson as you get another look at that triple.
And this is a Regent team that outside of those turnovers, they looked fairly efficient when they had their chances. It was just wasted possessions on offense that really decided that game against St. Mary's of Maryland. You're seeing on defense, they can apply a little bit of pressure themselves as Henderson misses the second free throw.
First one on the 1-and-1, no good.
Pardon me. First one on the 1-and-1.
I got you, man. That's why we're here together. Just a couple of partners. Chaotic day on the University of Lynchburg. Men's soccer playing in the NCAA tournament. You got a neutral game going on right now as Pearson Young drives baseline, goes up, puts it in. Lynchburg reclaims the lead, 26-25 with under 5 minutes to go. Shake it bake from the sophomore guard Lane. Timma in the inside. Pearson Young wanted to travel, but he gets tabbed with a personal foul. The 8th team foul against Lynchburg.
And Timma got north to south. One motion there. Beautiful hop step. You'll see it on your here. Just reaching in that time. A little bit of contact both ways. Could have got hard on the poke or Young up top. Either way, it's going to send Timma to the line.
A little bit of a shout out today to our director, producer, replay man, Ethan Moratsky, running everything. We've got a small crew up here today and at the scores table as well. But excellent hustle on and off the floor here at Turner Gymnasium.
Absolutely. It has been a chaotic day, and you mentioned Moratsky, like you said, directing, running graphics, running replays, doing all we can.
He got back from Equestrian before this. He was at the horse meet.
Busting his tail.
Palmore dishes in the corner. Jamarcus Brown, no good. Loose ball, last touched off the leg of Goods. Lynchburg maintains possession underneath Regent's hoop. And
for Lynchburg, creating opportunities. You're seeing the second chance with some of the deflections out of bounds, a couple of offensive rebounds, just finishing at the hoop. Right on cue, Jamarcus Brown takes over.
Jamarcus Brown leading all scores, now in double figures already with 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Goods, near side wing. Working against Easton. Straightaway three, off the mark. Jake Hart trying to track it down. Last touch out of bounds off the Royals.
You can see a little bit of the adjustment. Lynchburg not pressuring the ball as much, kind of living to let them shoot those three-pointers a little more than the opening minutes of this first half. It's creating opportunities for those rebounds, get out in transition for Lynchburg.
28-25, Hornets have led by as many as 11, but right now, a nail-biter. More. 1-and-1 opportunity now for the Regent Royals as Grant Worley heads to the stripe.
Yeah.
Is true. (30-26), 3:17 remaining in our first half. Worley's second attempt, nylon. As Christian Brown re-enters the contest in place of Darian Clark.
The Royals going to come out in a full court press this time. We saw them apply a little bit of on-ball pressure to start, but now you've got guys working all 5 on the court.
Full court pressure. Lynchburg breaks with ease. Eli Thomas on the other end draws 2.
That's the only issue if you come out in a full court press. If Lynchburg is able to break it early like they were there before half court, they've got guys that can kind of run the floor. They're bigger guys. They're finishing at the rim, but they're so fast getting from half court to down low. A lot of times it's going to be kind of the result you see there.
Kevin, what's the key to breaking a press?
Just getting it away from the pressure. As simple as it sounds, they're going to try to trap you in corners. If you can get it out, find the ball to the middle. The middle of the court's the hardest part to defend because there's so many different options a player can go with the ball. You got guys streaking on either side of you. If you're a little bit behind, you're going to have that trailer wide open. So getting the ball to the middle of the court, staying away from the corner, staying away from the traps.
Ty Sanders into the contest in place of Palmore. Yeah, you said it. The sideline really the defender's best friend. To the middle, through the middle. That's what they like to say. Eli Thomas. Second free throw attempt is up and off the back of the rim. He lets a holler out and a big clap. Nothing unusual to see from Mr. Thomas. He's really the big energy guy for this Lynchburg team.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a spark off the bench. Every time they need some energy or some momentum, they kind of go to him to get those plays started.
Oh, how about the fake
Beautiful
out?
move.
The Euro step on the interior from the freshman guard, Grant Worley.
Yeah, beautiful move. Little Euro step inside, fake the kick out, and all of a sudden, there's nobody between you and the back glass.
That's a Manu Ginobili move back in the early 2010s of the San Antonio Spurs. Jake Hart takes a high screen, dribble drive, stops on a dime, and cashes in from 15.
Yeah, beautiful job, Jake Hart. Not really known for his shooting, not an outside threat as much as others on this team, but right there, that mid-range area where he can just stop and pull up in a split second makes him so dangerous to guard on offense.
You know, while he's not much of a shooter, I probably see Jake Hart in his gym working on his jumper more than anybody else. And he does have somewhat of an unorthodox shot. He doesn't keep. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamarcus Brown jumping out of the gym. Woo! Well, that's going to be the first of many we see from Jamarcus Brown this season, a human highlight reel. Sanders draws the block. A nice response from Regent on the other end to cash in on a three.
Yeah, Grant Worley over in the far corner three, but this is what we're talking about. Ball move, ball fake, get by a defender, and my goodness, showing the authority on the iron.
When Jamarcus Brown gets a full head of steam like that, rumbling and tumbling towards the 10, it turns into clobbering time. And you don't want to be the man standing underneath the hoop.
A lot of times at the rim, you won't see that. You'll see the plays with the, the highlight reel plays coming off of like the lobs that we saw Hart and Brown try to connect on earlier. It's not usually off the ball when he's coming from the top of the key with the dribble.
37-32, under 90 to play. Little floater touch shot is true.
Brown, wonderful touch right there. We saw quite a bit of that in their season opener. Just getting to the cup, finishing off the back glass. Shows off the skills of a guard down low.
Sanders in the far corner. That should be a carry. Official didn't like it. Jason Easton pulling the trigger. Cash it in. String music.
One of the best perimeter threats that ODAC has to offer. Jason Easton, doesn't matter where he's at on the court, he's always ready. One of the quickest jumpers on this team as well.
Tima lost the handle. Had Eli Thomas up in the air, but just couldn't squeeze it tight. Easton now driving inside, goes up, and earns a foul. Easton, a reliable free throw shooter from the line, will get 2 cracks at it.
Yeah, and Easton listed as a 4, and that's why you kind of see him do that right there a little more often. Those cuts to the basket, trying to finish inside, but really known for that three-point shot. So quick on the release, makes defenders pay if you're not in the same realm as him. You got to have a hand up. What's the old adage? Hand down, man down. He'll make you pay from the outside.
Hands not on the stove, turn up the heat. Easton, first one is good. Jamarcus Brown leading all scorers tonight with 12 points. At home this season, he's looked like Home Depot, giving out buckets.
Lynchburg, the last 3 or 4 minutes, kind of getting into their brand of ball. We're seeing the defensive takeaways kind of mount to something on offense. A little bit slower possessions, creating things for shooters like Easton or those cuts from Jamarcus. Finally setting into that half-court offensive set a little bit.
30 seconds to go. 4-second disparity between shot and game clock, but now it's going to turn off.
Yeah, that time Brown didn't even try to get set for a screen, just ran right in to the Lynchburg defender. Pretty easy call for the officials that time. Those are just the small errors, just giveaways rather. Regent just had too many of them in that game opener. Wanted to try to clean those up, but we've seen a couple of miscues, whether it be errant passes, just not set on a screen.
Brown heads to the sideline. Clark will take his place. Shot clock turned off. 27 ticks remaining in our opening half. Lynchburg likely will hold for the final shot. 8 seconds is typically where you want to go. Sanders pulls it from deep, air ball. And plenty of time for Regent to head the other way. It's Brown. Dished out for Lane. He stepped on the end line.
And we got a wedgie.
We got a wedgie.
Let's
First
go.
one of the year.
Let's go.
Nice pass from Michael Gray.
Man, we don't need a ball. Get your market out there.
Here comes Eli Thomas soaring in. Eli Thomas, what a play. Climbs the ladder.
Showing off the athleticism that time.
2.5 to go in our first half of action. Lynchburg leading by 8. They've led by as many of 11. 2.5. Do you want a half-court shot? Do you try and send a long pass? They'll go to DJ. Doesn't like it. Eli from 3. No good. Off the side of the backboard, and that's how we conclude our first half of action. Lynchburg leads 8, 32, 34, 42. Second half coming your way on FloSports.
turnovers up in the second half if you want to have a chance.
Regent winning the battle on the boards as well. Triple bucket.
Again, that was our highlighted player to watch. You knew it was only a matter. Second half from him if the Royals want to come back in this one.
They cut the deficit to 5. Lynchburg has led by as many as 11. To Marcus Brown, throwing it down. Triple off the mark. Easton corrals the rebound.
A bit of contact that time. Finishes on the other end, but this time draws a foul on the defensive side.
Lynchburg leading 46-31. Royals draw. The senior guard. They go up top. Handoff for Brown. Finger roll finish off the mark. Henderson the rebound. Hart wants to go. Rebound right in the breadbasket for Robinson.
And Christian Brown, again, one of those opportunities coming down from the defensive end in the right place at the right time. Rebound goes long, able to clear out ahead of the pack.
Henderson thought about a triple, drives in, goes up with the left. Ping-ponged around. Henderson gets his own rebound and finishes off the glass for 2.
And that's the possession where Lynchburg makes most of their money. You didn't get the first look to go, but it's offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. This Hornets thrive on.
2-man game, the floater too strong. Henderson, dish down low for Brown. Whistle on the Royals. Brown just wanted a quick one, a two-handed chest pass, but Henderson put it on the deck, slowed it down a little bit. Nevertheless, Lynchburg still draws the penalty.
And for Brown, I think he was ready to go to work. Catching in the high post there was going to have to be able to put a move one-on-one in the high post. I like Brown in that more times than not.
Hart the inbound man. Now he'll drive, left-handed scoop shot.
Yeah, beautiful job running that away set. A little off-ball screen for Hart, cutting back door, get it to him. You mentioned it, a beautiful scoop shot for Jake Hart.
Ball gets knocked loose on the deck. Brown comes out of the pack with possession. Goods going to work, backing down Easton. Fadeaway jumper from the elbow.
A tough bucket. Sloppy possession. Regent able to find some positive end to it.
Hart back out for Brown. He'll try a three. Yes!
Such an underrated part of Jamarcus Brown's game, rather. You give him those opportunities, a wide open look. That one pretty deep from outside, but beautiful jump shot on him. He'll make you pay if you're not careful.
Contested jumper, a beauty.
And back and forth, tough shot after tough shot. Both of these offenses starting to click.
Brown Spinning his way inside. Offensive rebound, Henderson. He's blocked, gets his own rebound, goes right back up. Whistle before the shot. Foul on the floor against Tebow.
Yeah, the call on the floor. A little bit of physicality down in the paint. Really both sides. Officials letting these boys play through some contact. I think that makes for good basketball.
Lynchburg with a chance to claim their largest lead of the day. Pearson Young from the corner. Offensive rebound, Brown. Outside, Jake Hart. Air ball, Pearson Young, offensive rebound. Blocked, own rebound, goes right back up and puts it in.
Yeah, beautiful job. I mean, how many times can you say it's second, third, fourth chance opportunity for the Hornets? Offensive rebound after offensive rebound. Continuing to find good shots. Pearson Young capitalizing down on the low block.
Three-pointer. Maniga puts it in and brings the deficit back to single digits.
And right back at him. Both of these big men knocking down some big, tough three-point shots for their squads. Offensively, you just kind of feel the intensity starting to rise. Only just over 4 minutes into the second half. Both teams off to a blistering start.
Just Maniga's second made attempt today. Lynchburg leads 55-46. And we welcome you back into the Hill City on the campus of the University of Lynchburg. It's the Hornets out in front of the Royals, 55-46 after Maniga's triple. Jamarcus Brown leads all scorers with 19. That would be a career high if you were just campaign with shots today.
Yeah, absolutely. And we really saw his game kind of take a step forward about midway point through his freshman campaign last season, and it's really only gotten better. And you mentioned, I think it's just the minutes played and just kind of getting a feel for what this level of basketball is all about. His aggressiveness is ramped up, and his opportunities as well are starting to climb. And you're seeing, I mean, just like you said, so efficient, really from everywhere. I mean, you look at his three-point shooting, he's not a bad three-point shot this season. I think the only weak part of his game, if you wanted to critique him, to be at the free throw line. But again, you mentioned Jake Carter in here putting up shot after shot. It's same thing with Jamarcus Brown. You come in here 2 or 3 hours before a game and he's knocking down free throws. It's something he's continuously working on, and if he gets that part of his game down, I mean, he's going to be a monster to try to stop in the conference.
You mentioned Jake Carter. He leads this team in assists today with 7. We've seen him record a triple-double on Turner Gym's floor before without putting up double-figure points. He's a guy that's a phenomenal perimeter defender, great rebounder, great distributor as well. He's got 7 of Lynchburg's 11 assists today. This team has assisted on over half of their field goal attempts with 21 makes.
Yeah, and Jake Hart just fits that role for this offense. They want to get out and go fast, and when you got a guard that can go down as he
Mitchell. That's his first personal, team's third. Team defense, somewhat of a struggle. You allow a team to score 95 points on your home floor last game, and right now Regent shooting 53% from the field, 39% from beyond the arc. Here's another triple. This one can't connect. Fight for the loose ball. Into the hands of Goods. Outside for Brown. No hesitation. Lets it fly off the front of the rim. Jamarcus Brown soars in for the board. Hart wants to go quickly, but Tima takes it away. Back out for Brown. This time drives down low. Deceleration, but a travel.
And a good job recovering there. Regent had the numbers for a second. Hart able to make Brown slow up just for a minute outside on the perimeter. Allowed his guys to get back in shape on the inside. Force a tough shot, and one too many steps from Christian Brown that time.
The Royals once again with a full court press. This time they back off. DJ draws the foul.
And something about this Hornet squad, to kind of keep an eye on. You mentioned their defensive kind of team presence. I think there are times, especially early in games, we saw it against Pfeiffer, even though the final score ended up showing 90-plus points. But they came out in that first half and was really aggressive, kind of with the pressure and the guard pressure. We saw that again in the first half here tonight. And it's something that it attributes to some of those steals and fast break opportunities. But like you said, if a team starts to catch fire from the three-point arc, it can really get you in trouble if your man's beating you and able to kind of relay those passes to the open man on the floor. I think if Lynchburg can kind of maintain that aggressiveness and just continue to be in the right spot, it'll help them attribute.
57-46, Lynchburg out in front, under 15 minutes to go. It's Goods. Jamarcus Brown with a nice tip. Last touched by Jason Easton off the knee. Pearson Young has to tie his shoe. Are you a two bunny ear kind of guy? Or are you a rabbit around the tree through the hole?
So I've got a really unorthodox way. I never double knot my shoes, but I also don't tie it the traditional, bunny ear way.
All right. Everybody's got to be unique. Mitchell, of course, the block. Here come the Hornets. DJ into the corner. Pearson Young draws contact. Foul against Brown. Kevin is now showing me how he ties his shoes. It is quite unorthodox. Like a Michael Kidd-Gilchrist jump shot.
Gets the job done.
Inbound to Easton. A curling Pearson Young rises from the free throw line. No good. Fight for the loose ball. Scooped up by Venega. Goods. Nice Euro step through the lane.
Yeah, beautiful step. Able to carry up and over the defender's arm. Once you get them on your backside, nothing stands between you and the rim. Able to get up high off of one leg and finish off the glass.
Lynchburg trying to get it on the inside of Jamarcus. Pearson Young will take it himself. Dish outside Mitchell. His three, no good. Jamarcus Brown with the offensive board. Goes up strong, count it, and the foul. Jamarcus Brown with 21 tonight.
Another one of those second chance opportunities, and majority of the time, if you see Jamarcus Brown with it, he's going back up. That time, little dribble move up and under. He had other things in mind, but when he saw the defender, he was able to go through the contact with the up and under and finish on the backside of the rim.
This guy is so much fun to watch play. 21 points, 9 of 13 shooting. He has been 2 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Back up to a 50% clip. And Lynchburg ties their largest lead of the afternoon. Up by a dozen. drop step on the inside. We talk about team defense. That was a great team possession for Lynchburg. And it all started with a hedge on the pick and roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good job. Kind of switching everything off on the perimeter. Not allowing anything to beat you inside. Creating chaos on the inside. Into a wayward pass and a turnover for the Royals.
Ross across midcourt. Palmore inside for Brown. With the left. Sent back. Mullen with the rejection. Palmore with the steal. Palmore with the finish.
Beautiful job. Palmore read that pass the whole way. Comes out in front of the pack. Only has one man to beat. Goes to the far side with a reverse layup. Makes it look beautiful. This unit on the floor for Lynchburg just provides such a spark. It's not the traditional way the basketball is played because they get out and run and gun so fast and create so many unorthodox opportunities, but they fly around on both sides of the ball.
Goods, three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Easton. DJ pushing the tempo. Drops it off. Jamarcus rises from three. Yes! Jamarcus Brown with 25 points and 12 minutes left to be played. Well within striking distance of a career-high 27.
And it feels like as soon as you feel him capture some momentum, he just adds on to it. There's really not a heat check with this guy once he gets to that point.
You talk about him elevating and expanding his game. He's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc today. And Regent's going to want to talk things over. Hornets out in front by 17. Palmore with a steal and the finish. And on the other end, lefty for Jamarcus. Straightaway triple. Book it. The Regent Royals. Jamarcus Brown leading the charge by 25 points. Baseline drive cut off by Mitchell. Dish to the near side corner. Layup, Palmore with the follow. Step through, rivals home.
Yeah, beautiful job. Able to get Palmore off his feet, step up and under, and knock down a little floater just inside the charity stripe.
DJ stops at the elbow, knocks it in.
Beautiful job. Like you said, stopping on a dime, going up, elevating over the defender. Absolute money.
Brown on the other end, sizing up Hart. Intercepted by Palmore. Here comes Lynchburg. Trying to go coast to coast. Bodies hit the floor, and it'll be an off-ball foul against Jake Hart.
Yeah, just a slew of bodies trying to clash to the rim, meeting each other just inside the free throw line. But how about Palmore?
He's been in the passing lanes the entirety of the second half. That's 2 steals in the last 3 minutes of game time for him. Doing his job on the defensive side of the ball, bringing that intensity and creating that offensive spark for transition opportunities.
There's Clark. Near side wing. Ball on a string. Gets inside. Can't convert on the layup. Hits the follow, no good. Loose ball, up and in. Layup made by Antoine Brown.
Yeah, Regent giving Lynchburg a taste of their own medicine on the offensive boards that time. 3 or 4 different opportunities down low. You don't come away with the defensive rebound. Eventually, one of those gimmies will fall.
Jesse Mitchell backing down his defender. Layup's no good. Eli Thomas can't get his second chance to go through. Clark around his back, into the corner. The triple from Brown, air ball. Palmore over for DJ. Thomas wants it. And a hold called underneath against Worley.
Yeah, Worley working on Eli Thomas that time. Eli's listed as a forward, so Worley, the guard position. A little bit of a size mismatch down there.
Ball will go underneath the 10. Inbound to Bugs. Picked up his dribble, he needs help. Dish out DJ. Drives, dishes, Thomas, score. Oh my goodness. Rattled in and out.
Yeah, beautiful job, Thomas, that time through the contact. Unable to finish, but.
How about the move right there from Joshua Vogt? Spinning his way through traffic, dumps it off, and an easy 2 points for the Royals. Lead back down to 15. 9 minutes to go. DJ takes a high screen from Bugs. Drops it right back down to the big fella on the roll. Pump fake, goes up, earns the foul. He'll get 2 shots at the line.
Yeah, beautiful job down low. Bugs with a pump fake that time. Got the defender up in the air and then just goes into the contact. Unable to finish, but Bugs earns a trip to the free throw line.
First one is up and in. Bugs this season has been extraordinarily efficient from everywhere on the floor. 69% from the field, 75% from 3, and 68% from the free throw line. Can't connect on the ladder. Tima to his left, kicks outside. This three-point attempt off the mark. Palmore. Bugs. No good. Layup no good. Brown the rebound. Outlet to Hart. Now Palmore. Dumps off for DJ. Jamarcus wide open outside. Nobody sees him. Bugs has his pocket pick from Tima. Hop step through the lane. One too many steps, but nobody saw it. Brown the rebound. DJ out for Palmore. Eyes it, tries it, buys it. Palmore, no hesitation for D.
Yeah, Palmore has brought an absolute spark off the bench for Lynchburg tonight. Talk about his defensive energy, but that's 3 big-time threes that he's knocked down to continue to contribute.
Whistle against the Hornets. 2 shots for the Regent Royals. When we come back, Hornets up by 19. 3. Hornets up by 19. First one's up and in. Two for two at the line. It started as a tightly contested battle, but here in the second half, Lynchburg's really started to pull away, Kev.
Yeah, absolutely. Offensively, they've just been so efficient. You see it again there, the drive and kick, trying to set up opportunities on the perimeter for their guys. Palmore puts up another one. Couldn't get it to go that time, but defense is leading the offense for the Hornets.
Tima for 2. Palmore inside the lane, kick out DJ, a 3. Left it short. Bugs the offensive rebound in the far corner. What a pass. Hart uncontested, drops it off. Eli Thomas evades contact and goes up for the deuce.
Yeah, beautiful job. Eli Thomas slipping right behind his guard. Jake Hart's back. Easy little dish off. Get the defender up in the air. Easiest layup you'll see.
Brown a long 3. Can't convert. Popped out of play. Regent ball. Underneath to Goods against DJ. Hangs on the rim. Bugs comes down with it. Palmore pushing. Hart, bounce pass for Thomas. Couldn't come up with it cleanly, gets it right back in the corner. Pump fake drive, goes up with a right. Banks it home.
Yeah, beautiful job again. Eli Thomas getting the defender in the air and then meeting another one at the rim. That finish a little more contested than his last one, but knocks both of them down for the Hornets.
Manega, air ball. Bugs. Lynchburg's offense firing on all cylinders. (79-58) our score. Lynchburg has looked dominant here in the second half of action. Jamarcus Brown leads all scorers, coming off a career-high 27 points in their most recent contest here this past week. In the second half of action, what's really stood out is Lynchburg's defensive play. They've held Regent to just 24 total points. Meanwhile, they've put together 37. Nice little flip shot from Goods. Five minutes remaining. DJ out wide. Jake Hart dishes right back out. Sauce down low. Bugs can't get it to go. Here come the Royals. Obviously, the season is still young, Kevin, but Through these first 4 games, what's really impressed you out of this Lynchburg group?
I think how they're just continuing to play together, play through physicality down there like that. Jake Hart that time. But now just their ability to play a full game with the intensity and the energy as they had it tip off. I mean, you see the pressure come out early, and I think that causes a lot of disruptions for a lot of teams. You saw that in the first half of this game, creating turnovers, and that's what kind of allowed Lynchburg to head into intermission break with that lead. And then since then, they just come out with momentum and continue to pick up defensive energy and intensity. It's allowed them to kind of pull away. You mentioned, only holding Regent to less than 30 points here in this second half, and a lot of that's just key to on-ball pressure at all times for the Hornets.
Hart's second attempt is good, splits the pair. Four and a half remaining, Lynchburg up by 20. The drive from Brown lost the handle. Whistle on the floor. This one looks like it's going to go against Eli Thomas for the trip. He's still got his hands up, pleading not guilty. First attempt falls through. Both teams in the bonus. 18 fouls for Regent, 7 for Lynchburg. Tima will come in for the shooter, as this Regent squad opts for a little bit more size. Through the middle, Lynchburg breaks the press. DJ stops at the line, dishes back out. Palmore. Oh, almost went 4 for 4. That one rattled in and out. Here's the lob, sent back by Thomas. Brown with the board. DJ for Jason, a 3. No good. Jamarcus the offensive rebound. Couldn't get the second chance to fall in. Felt like Jamarcus Brown was well on his way to crush his career high that was set last game with 27. He's had 25 for the last 8 minutes. And with that, we hit our 4-minute media timeout. Hornets up by 18 on LHSN and FloSports. floor. First free throw is up and in. Worley has had a productive day. First year guard for the Royals. And Christian Brown will now swap spots with him. Worley will take a seat on the sideline. Jamarcus Brown now looking for a curling Jason Easton. Palmore. 10 on the shot clock. Drives to his left. Back around, pull-up jumper, off the mark. Thomas saves it, but goes into the brick wall with Palmore. Lynchburg 3 on 5 on the other end. Robinson can't make the layup. The follow, no good. Easton tabbed with a foul on the second attempt from Brown.
Yeah, Lynchburg doing a good job right there for majority of that possession. Like you said, 3 on 5 in favor of the Royals. Entry pass down low. Easton all he could on the first one to force a miss. Second time, officials tabbed him with too much contact.
$66-80. Hornets' lead has been shrunk down to 14. If Royals can put something together quick, put yourself right back in the mix in this ballgame. Easton out for Eli Thomas, not much of a three-point shooter. Brown wants to go against Tima. Bounce pass Easton. His layup no good. Jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Hornets.
Yeah, beautiful job that time. Jamarcus Brown gets the ball in the high post, makes a great pass to a cutting Easton. Easton unable to finish, but the fight for a second chance opportunity allows possession to maintain with the Hornets.
Pearson Young, pull up in the corner, book it. Taken away by Palmore. 3-on-2 break. Pulls it out of the pack, and they'll use as much of the clock as he can. Pearson Young earns a trip to the line after dribbling for about half of that shot clock.
Again, just a beautiful job, and I think that's just a maturation of his game. Dribbling it down low into the post. Being able to draw some contact there. Almost finished a three-point play, but he'll settle for 2 at the charity stripe.
Pearson Young with a strong showing tonight, 11 points. He's had back-to-back double-doubles the last 2 games, but 0 rebounds tonight. It's been Jamarcus Brown with 25 and 11. That has been the driving force for Lynchburg today. Floater, no good. Rebound, Tima. Can't get the follow. Palmore with the board. Brown drops it off for Young. Has his shot blocked at the mountaintop. Shot clock at 8. Gotta go. Palmore, deep three. Back rim. Rebound, Eli Thomas. Shot clock reset to 20. Now at 10. Palmore for Jamarcus. Pump fakes, step back. No, sir. Offensive rebound. Pearson Young. Those second, third, fourth chances today have really been a big benefit for Lynchburg. And there's another one. Jamarcus Brown. Ball didn't hit the rim. They got another crack at it, but no reset on the shot clock. 7.8 seconds between shot and game clock. Lynchburg's going to walk away with their first home victory of the season. Robinson's deep three. No good. Pearson Young gets his first rebound today. That'll do it. Palmore will let the time expire. Lynchburg will walk away with an 82-66 victory and grab their first win inside Turner Gymnasium in the 2025 campaign.
Yeah, beautiful job from Lynchburg, both ends of the floor in that second half, really stretching the floor offensively, inside to out, working it, shooting very efficiently from the floor, and defensively, just the intensity they came out and played with in the second half, creating turnovers, which led to opportunities in the fast break. I think Hillary Scott's going to be really proud of that second half effort to extend this lead and give the Hornets their first home victory of the year.
Regent will stay in town for a contest down the road against Randolph tomorrow. Lynchburg has a little bit of a hiatus until the Chatham University Classic up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania this upcoming weekend. We might have a radio call for you if you're a Lynchburg fan for that one. Kind of depends on if men's soccer wins their contest tomorrow. If not, I'll see you in Pittsburgh. If not, I'll see you back home on December 3rd against Randolph. Joe Brennan, Kevin Nestor, and our whole production crew at LHSN, thank you so much. And until next time, have a good one.